The third race weekend at the ESET V4 Cup is held at Poznan in Poland, a circuit created from part of Poznan Airport and one of the best tracks in the country. 4 kilometers long with a host of challenging corners and a regular now on the ESET V4 Cup series. Well, with gorgeous weather and plenty of racing action, it was set fair for a great weekend. And despite the high temperatures, scores of visitors arrived to watch the GT3, GTC and TCR cars in action. So race weekend number 3 of 6 for this season. And plenty to conjure with. Fans also greeting Mikhail Sokol, the Polish journalist and Formula 1 commentator, signing his new book for fans. Poznan, the first venue of the season not to have a drop of rain. However, that didn't stop the action. Always left to do the tidying up. So no Formula cars on the bill here in Poznan, but lots of GT action to bring the fans to the trackside and a good chance to get in amongst the machinery and the drivers on the busy grid.
I hope that I am ready to race, and it is one experience in this circuit, and it is a very special circuit because this race or this circuit is very technical, and I hope that we are good prepared for this race.
For sure, it will be a hard race. The weather it's really hot, and I wasn't training enough before the race because I was on another track. Yeah, I'm not sure what should I expect, but for sure it will be a fun.
So it's only been a couple of seasons that we've been coming to Poznan with the ESET Cup, and for a number of the drivers it is new territory. On Saturday in the GT category, Robin Rogalski started from pole position in the 777 machine with Martin Jelinski on second spot, but Libor Milota made the best start. This crash, however, Jerzy Szczesniak spun his Lamborghini Huracan on the exit of the first corner, leaving him stranded trackside.
I was overtaking the Porsche car, and I believe that one of my wheels went outside of track on the grass, and instantly I got a great spin. I spinned a couple of times and unfortunately hit the wall. Yeah, so very pity because the pace was very good, and I believe that the result's gonna be very, very good, and now we have a little bit damaged car.
Libor Milota hung on to the lead early in the race, but in the end, the Audis proved to be a better match to the circuit. Both Robin Rogalski and Martin Jelinski were able to get by the Mercedes driver. Wasn't all plain sailing for the Audi drivers. Rogalski was hit with a drive-through penalty for passing under yellows and dropped down to third. Martin Jelinski, holding the lead in his Audi, claimed victory at the checkered flag. Libor Milota in second, Robin Rogalski in third.
It was a very nice race for me because it is the first experience on Poznań, and I think that Poznań is a very special circuit and very technical circuit, and it was very hard race, and it was very hard work for my team and for me.
In the GTC category, Adrian Lewandowski proved to be the best in the Lamborghini Huracan, with Martin Kaczmarski and Adam Rozbecki second and third.
I'm quite happy because I know that overall I was fifth. I could be fourth, but I did a mistake and finally fall down to fifth. But it's okay because we're driving with the GT3 cars and my car it's generally as a car is a little bit slower, so I know that the car is slower and the driver in front of me were very experienced drivers.
So race 2 for the GT cars, and Robin Rogalski starting from pole position, feeling optimistic.
Yes, of course I am optimistic. Today I was able to improve my fastest lap in the quali, so I'm pretty satisfied with this result, and now just keeping pushing through the race.
Car run by Jan Seyfart's
Thank you very
team.
much. I think that now is very hot and this race is special for me, and we had very nice weekend and very beautiful weekend, and first and second race was very good for me and for our team.
Libor Malota starting in second where he finished the first race. Wasn't the greatest start for Robin Rogalski. Libor Malota able to take the lead early on. In the first couple of laps, Rogalski and Malota battled for that first spot. Rogalski got by on lap 4 using the speed of the Audi, holding on to take a dominant win. Libor Malota again runner-up, and Jere Szczesniak in third. In GT3, Rogalski was victorious. Libor Malota and Gregor Shigo completing the podium.
That's why I came here, you know, because firstly, I just wanted to see my physics, the physics of the hand, how it behaves in the car. But secondly, it was very important for myself to prove myself that after the contusion I can come back stronger and did pretty well on the racetrack, which I don't know.
Jere Szczesniak took victory in GT3 with Adrian Lewandowski and Peder Brekker completing the podium on Sunday. Confirmation of the results and the Olymp Racing Audi of Martin Jelinski winning race 1, Seyfart Audi winning race 2, and in GTC, Lewandowski having the first victory. Well, there was TCR action as well for TCR Eastern Europe. On Saturday, Peder Semerad started from pole position for the first time, hopeful of a good result.
It's going to be a hot race for sure. We are going to be sweating a lot, but yeah, it should be fun. We have pole position, so I'm hoping the car will start this time around and we will have no problems with the launch control, and then let's see what happens. I hope to stay in the top 5 when we are starting on the pole position.
Bartosz Groszek also looking forward to the action.
We will have the clean start and we'll try to move forward from the 4th position and end up on the podium at least. I think 6 or 7 cars are really packed together and it will be very good racing to watch.
As they got away, the pole sitter Peder Semerad made a great start to hang on to the early advantage, followed by Bartosz Groszek, who had started in 4th place. He immediately got by Václav Janik and then Peter Sitek to move up to 2nd place. In the first lap, though, a big incident. Sanel Kesik made a mistake, spun onto the grass and ended up in a roll. Big crash, he said. First one for me, actually. Quite shocking when it all happened. Of course, not so good when a car turns over. A little bit of a shock reaction. As soon as I could unfasten the belt, though, I jumped out of the car. I'm okay, so everything's all right. The doctors and the medical staff were quickly on the scene after he rolled up and back down the bank. Safety car was scrambled naturally enough. When they went back to green, Groszek chased Semerad but was unable to get close enough to pass the Hyundai driver, and that would allow Semerad to claim his first victory of the season. Groszek in a close 2nd place and Sitek in 3rd spot.
I
had a good start for the first time in the whole season, and I managed to get into the first position, and then I stayed in the first position when the safety car came. I managed to do a good restart, and I stayed in the first time for the whole time. Managed to get a gap on the second car, which was behind me. And so yeah, from my point of view, it was really, really good.
And the reverse grid on Sunday, Stefan Stiebel had pole, but stalled on the grid. Luckily, everybody avoided him, and Petr Císek made it quite an eventful race. Bartosz Grocek made a good start and moved up the order quickly. Petr Semerad, Saturday's winner, was trying to make progress as well, but ended up getting pushed wide on the exit of the first corner, ran across the grass and lost a lot of places. Bartosz Grocek made it all the way up to second place, but could not get by Mileno Vukovic in the end. Vukovic finally made a big mistake, and the last sector went wide, leaving the door open. Grocek got through to get his second win.
We had very good fights with Vukovic, with Yannick, with the Hyundai guys. Very, very good, very fast grid. My goal for this race was top 3, and I win, so I'm very happy.
Petr Semerad finished second, Václav Janich in third. So race 1 winner, Petr Semerad, finished second in race 2. He and Grocek taking a win and a second apiece. So the big deal for the GT drivers is the endurance race, an hour long. Stanislav Jedlinski starting from pole position. Gregor Zigo next alongside him.
A very quick pole position time, and so it will be a fight, and we'll see. But the GT3, the M4, is very kind, and I have a lot of trust in it, so I think I can go all in, and it will not be a problem.
There's Vasek starting second in that GT2 Motorsport GT3 M4. Confusing nomenclatures are us. Robert Rogowski took the lead early on, getting in front in the first turn. Limon Milota in third place. Safety car came out after the pit stops. Peter Vieira forced out after a big accident. When the safety car came back in, Rogowski stayed out front.
At the end of the day, it's P1, so I couldn't imagine any better. Yeah, and firstly, the biggest step for us was applying the changes which I wanted to do in the car, and it really worked. I did only one race in the past, which was endurance race.
So Rogowski claiming victory. In second place, Zigo and Vasek. Libor Milota finishing third.
For us, it's the biggest event in the whole year because we have Polish National Championship here in Poznań, and also we combine those two events, Polish National Championship and your Central Europe zone. So for us, it is a huge event. So our weekend have 3 days because we have 162 racers. Around 40 from the 8 countries from the whole Europe.
Big motorsport festival in Poznan and beautiful weather conditions, as well as plenty of entertaining racing. Well, that is it for Poland. Next time out, Grobnik in Croatia. And you can see all the highlights here on Eurosport.